Hi, John from Heirloom here. Today I'm going to introduce you to 4 new tools which we've started using a lot in our garden. They're from Nisaku, which is a Japanese gardening brand. They're high quality stainless steel and very useful tools. For the first one I want to introduce you to is a Hori Hori. It looks like a knife and you can use it like a knife for anything you'd need a knife for in the garden. It has a serrated edge on one side and straight on the other. It has measurements on it so you can actually work out the depth that you're digging a hole or the distance between plants. It has a scalloped blade which makes it extremely strong. It means you can really dig it into the soil and pry really hard with it and you're not going to bend it. Great for getting out big weeds or digging in really heavy soils. It's made from high quality stainless steel, so it's going to keep its edge quite well and it's not going to rust if you don't keep up with the maintenance. Great tool, we use it all the time. We pretty much always have one of these on us when we're in the garden. So the second tool is called a delta hoe. So delta meaning triangle for the shape of the hoe. It has quite a sharp stainless steel blade and again is scalloped quite deeply so that gives it a lot of strength. So this tool is great for larger weeds where you really need to use a bit more of a chopping action to cut through them. So you can really chip it into the ground and pry out weeds with it. So the next tool is called an engraved hoe. This is another tool which we use all the time in the garden. So this is an awesome tool for weeding small weeds, especially like in raised beds like the one behind me. So the idea with this tool is to use it when the weeds are small and you use it a bit like a razor blade. It has extremely sharp blade along here and you use it kind of in a shaving motion to cut out the weeds. So just kind of moving it back and forth. The nice point means you can get in really closely to the plants. Be a bit careful because you don't want to nick the plants because it's so sharp. So you should always be trying to get rid of your weeds when they're really small. I know a lot of people are busy and they put it off, but a tool like this makes it super easy and it means you can get in there when they're really small very easily, just shave them off super quick and saves you so much effort not having to pull out larger weeds later on. So for people with less physical strength, this is a great tool to use to get rid of your weeds. Because of the razor sharp blade, you really don't need to use much pressure at all to pull it through the soil and slice off those weeds. This, along with the Hori Hori, is one of those tools we don't know how we lived without before finding it. The final tool I've got for you today is a toothed sickle. It's one of those tools which you might not use every day in the garden, but when you need it, you're glad you've got it. It has a very sharp curved toothed blade and you use it in a cutting motion or sawing motion to cut through woodier weeds or larger weeds. We use it a lot in our seed garden when we're harvesting seeds. We can grab hold of the plant and just saw them off and save the seeds. So another great use for this tool is for people that are into permaculture and do a lot of chopping and dropping of green manure. You can really get in amongst even really heavy green manure crops, cut them off and drop them very easy with a tool like this. So there you go, 4 new gardening tools you may not have seen before. As I said earlier, they're made by Nisaku, a Japanese brand. They're made in Japan from really high quality stainless steel. They're all available in our online store at heirloomharvest.com.au. So if you found this useful, hit subscribe and click the bell to be notified when we release new videos. We've got a lot of great videos in the pipelines, so I hope to see you then.